Hello everybody, happy Saturday, happy weekend. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful time doing something for you. I'm currently sitting in a car, obviously, in the 19th district, Döbling in Vienna, and Florian's gone to pick up a piece of sports equipment from a friend, and so I have a few glorious minutes in the car to myself with this outstanding view of the vineyards and just the back of Vienna as we get out into Heuge vineyard drink territory. And you know what? It seems that I'm having a few realizations in the car, and it seems as if life generally sort of knows what you need. And I think this video is destined to be somewhat spontaneous as well, because I've had at least 2 or 3 ideas of how to start this video on the topic we are talking about today, and none of them have come to fruition through something or other, either timing issues or the U-Bahn being zugesperrt and a Baustelle. So here we are, and we will see where this takes us. The plan for today, or do you know what, I think I need to give you the backstory. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Plunge. I've been learning how to drive in German, and it has been a ride. I have just finished my theory course. I found a theory course in Vienna that was intensive during the Easter break, and it involved going to the driving school for 3.5 to 4 hours every single day and learning about the theory of the road so that I don't kill anyone. This morning we had our last 30 minutes where I learned everything about the motorway, and I am done. I am ready, in principle, to take the exam. And I have also been driving this week as well. I drove up to Kahlenberg. I drove around the ring. Right by the Staatsoper. That was scary. And so today I thought it would be somewhat fun. So the battery died. We are well prepared today. So this week I've been driving around the ring in Vienna by the Staatsoper. I've driven up to Kahlenberg, and obviously I didn't film any of that because I'm learning how to drive and it's not funny. It's not good to be distracted. I need to focus. But I obviously wanted to take you along for some of the journey because it's part of Lemonade. You know, I've always been scared to drive, and I'll fill you in more about the reasons why I am 30 and I still don't know how to at some other point. But for now I thought it would be fun to film a little bit of me driving when I'm not on a main road. So we're going to find a Parkplatz somewhere, and Florian is going to be my amazing cameraman and somewhat instructor. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, I've given it to you recording, just for clarification. In a wonderful turn of events, I did not turn the microphones on. But you know, I did concentrate on my driving, and I think
thank you very much.
This is the lesson we should take away from today.
Absolutely. That's the better direction like this than the other way around. Absolutely.
We're gonna make a ronda of the car park. I'm gonna check all my mirrors, I'm good, and I'm gonna tell you, is Marjorie going? No, she's not. Thought Marjorie was gonna go into the car park, in which case I would have to have plan B. I've been spending the whole week doing theory classes, and that has been quite an event. Basically in Austria you can do morning classes and evening classes, or you can choose to do it in a whole intensive week. And given the situation with my job, a whole intensive week is kind of the answer. I can't really do it any other way. I didn't used to feel old. I have friends that are my age and older, and that could be the reason. But in the theory class I felt bloody ancient. There is one other guy who's 33 years old, and most of the students were 17 years old. So of course, me and the other guy were laughing at everything, and the kids weren't. But it's been really fun all the same. I think having the added challenge of having to understand everything in German has been really good for me, and I feel as if I've learned a lot of very helpful words like abbiegen, ausweichen, Pannenstreifen. And it's been nice to have some independence learning how to drive. So why, oh, concentrating, did it take me until I was 30 to learn how to drive? I think the thing is, I have always been brought up in cities, and the cities I've lived in have been pretty small, so walking's always accessible and there's a very good transport system. And so I never really needed to learn how to drive, and then I went immediately into a university that was in my hometown, and so I didn't have to learn to drive back to see my parents and everything like that. And it was also like quite expensive, and it just never seemed like a need, and I think my excitement for cars came quite late. I have to be honest though, there was always an element of me that was aware that it's a weapon, and I was really afraid of that. I didn't really have the confidence in myself to be safe on the roads. Even though loads of people, millions, billions of people can drive, I somehow didn't think that I was confident or safe enough to be able to drive on the road and to not hurt somebody. And an element of that is still with me. I'm still really afraid of hurting somebody, and the other day we were doing right turns and left turns in a very residential area right by a kindergarten. Just the fear of the worst case imaginable happening was a lot. But that will get better with time. I'll get used to these sorts of things, and the more hours I have driving, the better that I'm going to, the safer I'm going to feel on the road. And I already feel like I've improved so much, and that's so exciting.
You really did.
Hello everybody, happy Sunday. It is the next day. Yesterday evening was just glorious. We came home and we got a Burger King, and I got myself a Burger King crown. And is there anything better as an adult than tapping into your inner child and just enjoying the silly things in life? I've been trying to do more of that last year and this year as well. You all right? So we're here again in a Parkplatz. Yesterday's footage just kind of felt majorly chaotic. The fact that I forgot to turn the microphones on, and then I got kind of flustered because I filmed a huge part of the video with microphones, except there was no audio. It was a thing. So we have come to somewhere near Pandorf where there are lots of Parkplätze, and we're not going to disturb anyone. So let's attempt a little bit of parking, and I'm going to tell you about my experience in Hietzing. So honestly, for me, the daily struggle is stalling. And it's even worse when you're stalling on a road of 50 kilometers per hour and there are people behind you. That's great. That's awesome. I love that experience for me. I think honestly for me, the biggest mindfuck, for lack of a better term, is that so many people have driven on the ring, and so many people do it every day without even thinking about it. And then I'm on the ring, and to me it seems like the most complicated thing on the planet. It's weird when you're learning how to drive because you've been observing everybody that's ever given you a lift. You've been observing them drive for a long time, and it looks really easy because they know what they're doing. They're just turning a wheel, they're pressing a bunch of pedals and buttons. It's fine, right? And then you're like, oh, I could do that. And you get onto the ring, and all of a sudden it's like trying to defuse a bomb. You're going at what feels like 100 miles an hour. It's not, obviously. And you have to press a bunch of buttons, and you have to turn in the right direction, and one false move and somebody could really be hurt. And yet in your head you're like, but everyone does this every single day without even thinking. How is this so easy? I don't get it. Do you think I can get a McFlurry on the way back?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Nice.
Forgot the camera.